Hello, welcome to Claret and Blue. My name's Dan Robertson with John Townley at Hockley Social Club still. We did a video, like a hypothetical scenario of we've got 150 million to spend, these are the players we'd sign. That was fun, wasn't it? I quite enjoyed that podcast.
Yeah,
it was a good chat, actually.
I spent too much time looking at like databases and stuff to come up with what I came out with, but
fair play for actually doing the research. Yeah, it's a good show. If you've not seen that, you'll need that context to understand what this video is, basically. So this is only going to be a quick 5-10 minute one. At the end of that show, I said it'd be really interesting to put those players into Football Manager, which is for people who don't know Football Manager, obviously it's a computer game, but it's very realistic. It's driven by a lot of data, and that can simulate a season. Obviously, if you're playing the game, you play and you make the tactical decisions and blah, blah, blah. Long-term viewers of Claret and Blue, we did a Football Manager series and that was great fun and I would love to do it again. But
what was the chap's name again that you did?
Clarence Bleu.
Clarence Bleu.
Yeah,
Great.
French manager, niche. It was really good, really enjoyed it, but don't have the time to do it. We have an esports kind of arm at the company, and I said to them, me and John have done this podcast. I signed 6 or 7 players, so did John. Can you put those into the game and simulate a season and see how we get on? Just out of interest, and then we'll feedback on the podcast and see who had the better transfer window. So in front of me, I've got things like the first game of the season, the last game, the best result, which players got on the best, cup competitions, and we'll see whether I had the best window, you did, or Unai Emery left in charge for a season, whether he had the best. So it's a 3-way shootout. I'm going to start with yours.
Oh dear.
So your signings were Dubravka, Taremi, Alcaraz, Geertruida, Torres, of course, obviously signed in real life, Marcus Edwards, Yuri Tielemans in real life, and Benjamin Andre.
That's a right mix of names there. If I did this for real, I wouldn't go so niche, but...
No, but for the sake of the podcast, it was good.
Yeah.
Players out very quickly that the game did. Keenan Davis went to Sunderland, Timmy Rabuna went out on loan, so did Lou Barry, Aaron Ramsey, Cameron Archer.
I haven't sold Amy Martinez to see it for me.
Nah, nothing stupid. Marvis Nakamba went to Levante, Courtney Hawes went to Watford, Cameron Archer went on loan to Nottingham Forest in the Premier League, so that would have been interesting. It's worth saying, in my simulation, the exact same outgoings happened to the same clubs.
Yeah, makes sense.
I haven't got Cameron Archer in mind, for example. Your first game of the season was against Newcastle United. Do you want to guess how you got on?
Same fixture list then?
The first game's the same, but the rest of it's different.
Did I lose 4-0?
You lost 2-1. You went ahead early on with Ollie Watkins and Joel Linton, and Callum Wilson won it in the 86th minute. Your best result of the season was a 3-0 home win to Manchester United.
Okay.
John Duran scored and Mehdi Taremi scored twice to go 3-0 up at half-time and see out the game. FA Cup journey ended in the 4th round.
Oh, that's rubbish.
To Arsenal. Gabriel Martinelli scored twice before Ollie Watkins got a late penalty consolation goal.
That's a tough draw though, isn't it?
It's a tough draw in the 4th round, yeah, I will give you that. Your Carabao Cup journey also ended very early in the 4th round to Chelsea this time.
Tough draws.
2-1 at Villa Park. Pau Torres scored for you again. Early doors, you went ahead. Wesley Fofana and Nkunku. Final day of the season. I'll get to where you finished in a sec, but I'm just doing these moments in isolation. Final game of the season, away to Crystal Palace. What do you reckon?
2-0 win.
2-0 defeat.
Oh, no.
Goals from Edouard.
Is that because we already secured Champions League?
Goals from Edouard and Wilfried Zaha in that one again, but 2-0 up at half time.
Zaha won't be there anyway.
These goals were finished at... Yeah, Zaha was in mine, remember?
Yeah.
So, in the Premier League, do you want to have a hazard a guess where you finished?
Based on the 3 results you gave, 10th?
6th. 6th place, yeah.
Okay.
You sealed UEFA Europa League qualification.
Good season, that.
You won 21 games out of 38, drawing 4 and losing 13. Draw a few more games and you'd done well there, yeah. Lost a lot more than the sides around you. Goal difference of plus 18, 67 points.
It's a good season.
It's not bad, is it?
Yeah,
just quickly,
take that.
Man City won the league with 92 points, with Arsenal 2nd. Tottenham finished 4th.
Who's 3rd?
Unbelievable. Liverpool.
Liverpool, okay.
You finished below Chelsea in 5th and above Man United in 7th. Crystal Palace 8th. I mean, this will be on screen for the people who are watching on YouTube, but I'll read them quickly for the listeners.
Where's Newcastle?
Crystal Palace 8th, Brighton 9th, Newcastle 10th. They must have had a drop-off because of the Champions League. Wolves 11th, Bournemouth 12th, Brentford, Fulham, West Ham, Burnley, Everton 17th, Forest, Luton and Sheffield United relegated.
I think Sheffield United and Luton will struggle next year, to be fair. Don't know about Forest, but...
Yeah, I think Forest will be
I'll take that, 6th place.
Conference League.
Yeah,
do you want to hazard a guess how far you got in that? Finished 6th, remember? I
reckon I won it.
You did win it.
Yes, come on.
You won the Europa Conference League.
Was it Geertruida getting a winner?
It was Jacob Ramsey scored the first. Mehdi Taremi scored twice to win in a 3-2 game against Villarreal, of all people. You couldn't write it, could you?
How many goals did Tremi score over the season? That's
Well, we'll come to that now. So your player stats, your highest rated performer was Mehdi Taremi with a 7.2 over the course of the season. Played 46 games, 43 starts. Have a guess how many goals he scored?
22.
26. 9 assists. Very, very good. Geertruida played 31 games, scored a goal, assisted 1. Carlos Alcaraz started 3 games but made 25 appearances off the bench.
That's why I bought him.
Contributed. Pau Torres played 35 games, scoring once. Marcus Edwards played 36, 4 off the bench, scored 2, assisted 4. Not great, not the worst in the world. Yuri Tielemans played 44 games, 4 off the bench, scored 6, assisted 4. That's decent.
Yeah.
Wouldn't mind that in real life. My first game was also against Newcastle. I won 1-0, Ollie Watkins. My best result of the season was a 4-1 win against Man City at the Etihad. Erling Haaland scored in the 3rd minute before a brace from Wilfried Zaha got me back to 2-1. Esri Konsa and Buendia scored the other 2. Again before half-time. So many early goals.
4-1 at Man City?
4-1 at half-time at the Etihad. You love to see it. My Carabao Cup journey got to the quarter-final.
Better than me.
I lost to Bournemouth.
Ooh.
3-1. Not great at all. FA Cup, I got to the 5th round. So one better than you. Lost to Man City at Villa Park. Only 1-0. I've done well against Man City. My final game of the season was a 1-0 win against West Ham.
So you've won the league?
So, I finished 5th.
Okay.
Which, for some reason, gets me in the Champions League.
Yeah. 5 places for the Champions League next year. That's very well then.
So I've done very, very well.
How many more points did you get than me?
I had 71. Liverpool won my league with Man City 2nd, Arsenal 3rd, Tottenham 4th, Villa 5th, Champions League. Only 3 points off 3rd place. Mine.
Football Manager likes us, don't they?
Yeah, and the Emery simulation, Villa did well as well, spoiler alert. Chelsea and Man United were 6th and 7th, Everton were 8th, Newcastle 9th. Newcastle did better in mine than they did in yours, despite not having Nick Pope in mine. Because I signed him in mine just to about. He only played 3 games. Newcastle did alright, 9th. Brentford 10th, Brighton 11th, Forest 12th. They got relegated in yours. Wolves 13th, Sheffield United also stayed up. West Ham, Fulham and Burnley 17th. Relegated, Bournemouth, Crystal Palace and Luton. Crystal Palace finished 8th in yours.
Yeah.
And finished 19th
the
in
difference
mine.
of a few signings, clearly.
Well,
they had Zaha with me, didn't they?
That's true, yes, of course. Never even thought about that. So my top goal scorer was Wilfried Zaha with 21.
21 goals.
4 assists. He was my 2nd highest rated player. Leon Bailey was my highest rated player. No idea why. 7 goals, 5 assists. Douglas Luiz, 6 goals, 5 assists. Ollie Watkins, 14 goals. Jacob Ramsey, 6 goals, 7 assists. Yuri Tielemans didn't do as well in mine, only 1 goal, but 4 assists. Pau Torres played 31 games, got 5 assists. Just to recap my signings again very quickly. Wilfried Zaha on a free. Harvey Barnes from Leicester, who I haven't even mentioned him. He played 9 games, 10 off the bench, got 1 assist. That's a stinker.
Maybe an unnecessary signing, potentially.
Yeah, possibly. Amadou Onana, didn't even see him. 48 million that he cost me.
Oh,
bloody hell! Where's he? He's not even on the list. He must have been rated so badly.
Must have had a bad injury.
Yeah. Nathan Collins again, not on the list. Must not have played. Nick Pope, I spent 24 million on to play 5 games, and of course Pau Torres, and like I said earlier, exactly the same outgoings as well. So 5th place in Champions League for me. Carabao Cup quarter final. And an FA Cup 5th round. The one you've been waiting for, though, no doubt, and all the viewers, I assume, Conference League, knocked out in the group.
Ooh, bruiser. I had a better season than you. Oh, you got Champions League.
Champions League, though. Rayo Hispalis won my group. Rennes.
Rayo
Hispalis.
Hispalis?
Hispalis.
Can I have a look? I don't know who they are.
No, I don't. They won the group.
Is that like a... They don't have licence to use
possibly,
Real Betis or something?
Possibly. Yeah, could be that. Rennes was 2nd. Villa were 3rd in the group, so they would have...
tough group, though, to be fair, for Conference League.
I mean, if it is Real Betis, yeah, it's a tough league. We won 1 game out of 6.
Who was the other team in it?
Vorskla from Ukraine.
Okay.
We got 5 points, so very, very disappointing in the Conference League, but ultimately secured Champions League qualification. Very, very quickly, because I'm wary of wrapping this video up, because I know that this isn't going to be of interest to everybody. So we also run a 3rd simulation where we just let Unai Emery, as Aston Villa manager, make his own decisions and keep our nonsense out of it. He spent 125 million on Gonzalo Ramos from Benfica, Pau Torres, of course, Youssef El Nasiri from Sevilla, Wrench from Ajax, Tim Krul from Norwich City as a backup goalkeeper.
It's a good shout, you know. I was thinking of backup keepers. Well, you got to play within your limits, sort of thing.
Play within financial fair play, yeah, of course. Herving Lozano on a swap deal with Leon Bailey. Kamada on a free transfer, and obviously Yuri Tielemans as well. That's 8 signings for 125 million.
Cracking window.
Gonzalo Ramos for 48.
How much?
48.
I think a bit more than that.
Man City won the league. Arsenal second, Liverpool third, Tottenham fourth, Villa fifth.
Okay, so the same
as me. Champions League again, 71 points, almost identical. Man United sixth, Chelsea seventh, Newcastle eighth. In December, Villa took the lead by surprise, sitting at the top of the Premier League table at Christmas, having lost just once. When I read that first of all, I was like, oh mate, this simulation thing is strange. A poor run of form between February and April saw Emery side win just 1 in 10.
That would never happen.
And dropped away from the title race.
No, we'd win the league if we went that far.
No, a strong end to the campaign secured a 5th place finish, which is a Champions League spot from next season. He came close to winning a trophy. Not quite with this one. Carabao Cup, 3rd round exit to Blackpool.
Oh, Stevenage 2.0.
On penalties. Europa Conference League was the round of 16. FA Cup final, 2-3 defeat to Chelsea in extra time. Jacob Ramsey and Ollie Watkins scored, but Fofana and Broja scored the 2.
That would be horrible, wouldn't it, in real life, doing that?
Disgusting.
Ooh.
So, FA Cup final, 5th place in the Premier League, out both of the cups. In the Champions League is the main point there, though, after making 8 signings.
It's very similar to yours, then, really.
Very similar to mine. So,
apart from a Wembley day out.
Of course.
Or 2, semi-final.
Obviously, this is a massively hypothetical video. We've made our own fantasy signings, but I thought instead of just pretending we never know what's going to happen, we've got some forms here of like going, what would actually happen if this happened, which I think is interesting to look at. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks to our esports team for putting that content together. They've put screenshots together and stuff and squad pages and stuff, so I'll overlay those in the video, which obviously you'd already have seen at this point. Thank you very much for watching this. There's loads of other content on Claret Blue at the moment. Go and catch up with that. Subscribe to the channel, leave reviews on iTunes and Spotify and all those good things. They really help the channel grow, and that's what we're here for. John, thanks for your time as always. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you again very soon.